Act 3, Scene 1 opens at the library of Lady Britomart at Wilton Crescent. She is busily writing while Sarah is reading in the armchair near the window. Barbara is sitting pale and brooding in ordinary fashionable dress. Okay, usually Barbara would dress up in her Salvation Army uniform, but this particular morning she was looking very pale and brooding, and she was wearing her ordinary clothes. So when Charles Lomax enters, he sees Barbara in this ordinary fashionable dress and not in her Salvation Army uniform. So he tries to comfort her. He knew something was wrong, so he tries to comfort her by making some remarks about the Salvation Army. Adolphus then enters, but he is in a very questionable state. Okay, why was he looking very shabby this particular morning? He looked worn out. So he explains that he had been drinking with Andrew Undershaft. Few moments later, Mr. Morrison comes in to inform that Mr. Andrew Undershaft has arrived. So Mrs. Lady Britomart sends everyone out of the house so she can confront Andrew Undershaft alone. She wants to talk with Andrew Undershaft about the family's affairs. Lady Britomart tells him that she will need financial help from him for her two daughters, Sarah and Barbara, as they will be married off soon. To this, Mr. Andrew Undershaft happily agrees to help. But when Lady Britomart brings up the subject of their son Stephen, Mr. Andrew Undershaft paid no attention. Okay, he was not interested. He was not willing to hand over the munition factory to Stephen, as Undershaft is determined to remain true to the Undershaft tradition of leaving the inheritance to the foundling. So when Lady Britomart brings up the topic about Stephen, Andrew Undershaft was not willing to hand over the inheritance to him because the Undershaft family has been following a tradition where they hand over the inheritance to an orphan. Okay, so when Lady Britomart tries to convince Andrew Undershaft to give the inheritance to their only son Stephen, he was not willing. He tells Lady Britomart that he has not found a suitable successor. So he tells her to find a foundling who has not yet been corrupted by conventional ideas, a man with strong qualities and independent turn of mind. He said if Lady Britomart can find such men, he will be willing to marry him off to Barbara so that the business can still be part of the family. I hope you got this. Mr. Andrew Undershaft tells Lady Britomart to find an orphan with whom Barbara can be married to, so that the inheritance can still be part of the family. As Lady Britomart and Andrew Undershaft were talking, Stephen enters and meets Mr. Andrew Undershaft. He tells Andrew Undershaft that he has no interest in business. Instead, he would devote himself to politics. Hearing this, Mr. Andrew Undershaft tells Stephen how happy and relieved he is to hear his decision. But Lady Britomart was not at all happy, as she wanted Stephen to be the successor.